I didn't lose 70 pounds by running every day or surviving on boiled broccoli and chicken. I lost 70 pounds by doing things I could actually stick to. No gym memberships, no crazy diets, no extreme activity. If you are someone who tried everything and nothing seems to work, or you just don't see yourself grinding through intense workouts, this is for you. Because this is exactly how I made real progress. The lazy way, but consistent way. The extreme stuff never worked for me. So let me be real. I've tried it all. Gym membership I never used. Workout apps that screamed at me as a boot camp drill sergeants.
Diets so restrictive they made chewing feel illegal. I went all in. Every time, 6 workouts a week, no carbs, gallons of water, like I was training for a desert marathon. The problem wasn't that I was lazy. The problem was the plan. I was trying to follow routines made for people who already liked working out and meal prepping. Meanwhile, I was out here trying just to survive without eating the entire Dunkin' Donuts shelf.
Every time I failed, I blamed myself. But the truth, those all or nothing plans are designed to be temporary.
They don't teach you how to live. They teach you how to burn out, feel guilty, and start over every Monday.
So I quit. Not fitness, just extremes. No more chasing perfection. I wanted something I could actually do on bad days, tired days, and lazy days. And that decision, that was the real start of everything. So here is how the process really started. I didn't wake up one day and decided to change everything. I made one change, just one. I told myself, go for a walk every day. That's it.
Once that became part of my day, I added a second habit. Make sure there is a protein in every meal. A week or 2 later, I added another. Drink more water and sleep better.
I didn't count calories at first. I didn't track macros. I just kept showing up for myself in small ways until they became my new normal. I started with walking. No treadmill, no step tracker, no high performance shoes. Just walking around the block or in a place while watching YouTube. I didn't even call it a workout at first. It was just a habit I could do without psyching myself out.
The biggest shift came when I realized walking didn't need to be intense to be effective. It gave me time to think, lowered my stress, and slowly added up. Some days I walked for 5 minutes, other days 25. I didn't force it, I just tried to do something. Eventually, I started to crave it. Not because I loved cardio, but because I loved how I felt after. Walking gave me momentum. It was my proof that I could stick to some kind of movement, even on my most tired, unmotivated days. It might seem like nothing, but walking daily was the first time I started believing in myself again. And that was more powerful than any workout plan I ever failed. Adding protein to every meal was one of the simplest but the most powerful changes I made. I didn't follow a strict diet plan. I didn't weigh every gram. I just made sure that every time I ate, something on a plate had protein. That often meant eggs in the morning, chicken with lunch or dinner, and Greek yogurt as a snack or dessert.
Protein does more than build muscle. It helps you feel full longer, reduce cravings, and even helps your body burn more calories during digestion. When I prioritized protein, I noticed I snacked less and I stayed satisfied way longer after meals.
I didn't always get it right. Sometimes it was a scoop of cottage cheese. Sometimes it was a handful of almonds. It wasn't perfect, it was consistent. That mindset helped me get out of the binge restrict cycle.
It might seem like a small detail, but making protein the star of every meal gave my body what it needed, and gave me more control over my eating without feeling like I was on diet. I didn't need to work out every day, and that mindset saved me from burnout. Instead, I picked 2 or 3 days a week where I did a just handful of simple moves. Push-ups, squats, glute bridges, maybe a plank or 2. I didn't have a routine, I just moved. If I was tired, I did a 1 round. If I had energy, I would push for 2 or 3.
It didn't matter how long it was. The win was in showing up. No gym, no equipment, no mirror selfies. Just me, a yoga mat, and 15 to 20 minutes of effort that didn't feel like a punishment. The more I did, the more confident I got. Not because I was crushing personal records, but because I finally proved to myself that I could be consistent, that I could follow through, and honestly, that made me feel stronger than any dumbbell ever could.
You don't need an expensive program. You don't need perfect form. You just need to move a little often. That's how strength builds. That's how change begins. Sleep and hydration might sound boring compared to workouts and meal plans, but for me, they were the secret weapons I didn't realize I needed. When I started getting more consistent sleep, even just 6 to 7 hours, my cravings dropped, my mood improved, and I wasn't constantly fighting brain fog.
It didn't happen overnight. At first, I just tried to go to bed 30 minutes earlier. I cut screen time before bed and kept my phone across the room. That one habit helped me more than any caffeine ever could the next day. And water? Same story. I didn't aim for a gallon. I just kept a water bottle nearby and drank when I remembered. I replaced my second or third coffee with water. It was small, but it made me feel more energized, more aware of my hunger cues, and less likely to grab snacks out of habit.
It might not seem like a fat loss strategy, but better sleep and hydration gave me the energy to make better choices. And those choices added up to real results. No supplements, no hacks. Just the basics done well. One of the biggest reasons I failed in the past was because I thought I had to be perfect. I would eat one thing off the plan, miss a workout, have a bad day, and immediately I would throw the whole week away. That mindset is toxic. It teaches you that if you can't do everything right, you shouldn't try at all.
So instead, I started aiming for good enough, not amazing, not flawless, just better than before. If I skipped a walk, I made sure I didn't skip my water. If I ordered pizza, I had 2 slices and salad instead of finishing the whole thing and then giving up entirely. This one shift from perfection to consistency made the biggest difference because I didn't have to start over every Monday. I was always in motion, even if it was slower than I wanted.
Consistency isn't about doing it all perfectly. It's about not quitting when you can't. And that's what finally made my weight loss sustainable and real. I used to think I needed motivation, that one magical moment where I would just snap into fitness mode and everything would change. But that moment never came, and I got tired of waiting for it. So I stopped chasing motivation and started building structure.
Instead of hoping I'd feel ready, I made tiny systems that helped me act even when I didn't. I left my workout mat visible. I put a sticky note on the fridge that said, "Just move." I made rules like, if I don't want to work out, I still stretch. Those little things made decision easier. Motivation is unreliable, but structure, even the most basic kind, gives you momentum. Once I created routines that didn't rely on how I felt, everything got easier.
That shift in mindset was huge. I didn't need to become a different person. I just needed to create an environment that made better choices by default, not the exception. There is a one thing no one tells you when you're starting. The journey isn't just physical, it's emotional, it's mental, it's about rebuilding trust with yourself.
Some days I felt like I was crushing it. Other days I felt like I was failing, even if I technically wasn't. That's why I started writing down small wins. Didn't binge, went for a walk, choose water over soda. When you focus on the things you're doing right, it keeps you going on the days when it feels like nothing is changing.
Here is something else. Don't compare your day 5 to someone else's year 5. You are not behind, you are just starting. You are supposed to feel awkward at first. You are supposed to be learning.
Don't let social media fool you into thinking it's easy for everyone else. Another powerful trick: visual anchors. I put my walking shoes by the door, water bottle on the counter, yoga mat with a trip on it. Make your environment remind you who you're trying to become.
Every win matters. Every choice stacks. And before you know it, you are not trying to live a healthy life. You are just living one. So, if you feel stuck, overwhelmed, or like fitness just isn't for you, I get it. But you don't need to change everything. You just need to change a few things and actually stick to them. This channel is Lazy to Lifted, and it's where we build strength without extremes. And if any of these hit home today, let me know what your first small step will be. Hit subscribe and I will see you in the next video. You got this!